Hello, my name is Elaine Eggers. My middle child was lost in addiction for 14 years. They were not all dark and desperate years because she fought her way back to sobriety several times. But addiction would always find her and take her back under. Eventually, she quit fighting. In 2017, she overdosed after injecting herself with heroin and fentanyl. The people she was with, in a misguided attempt to revive her, put her nearly naked, tiny, malnourished body in some type of a container and packed ice all around her. This was unsuccessful, of course, and she was dropped off, overdosed, now hypothermic, and alone at the ER doors of the hospital. The emergency department note stated that while she had respirations, she had no pulse or blood pressure, and I believe my child was very close to dying. Fortunately, she was revived with Narcan, but remained unconscious and was a Jane Doe for nearly 18 hours. When we got to the hospital, she was in ICU and very combative, trying to pull her IVs out and leave. She had no intention whatsoever of going to a rehab. And since she was over the age of 18, we couldn't make her. We knew that when she left the hospital, it would probably be the last time we saw our daughter alive. The very compassionate ICU nurses told us about something called Kasey's Law. We did the research and completed the steps in the process while she was in the hospital. Kasey's Law was granted before she was discharged, and she went to rehab for 1 year. Kasey's Law was our last and only hope in what was a completely hopeless situation. This law saved our child's life. Kasey's Law is a Kentucky law that is a hopeful option when there seems to be no hope. It's a law that allows family or concerned friends to intervene when an addicted loved one is unwilling to go to treatment and unable to recognize the danger they're placing themselves in. Kasey's Law provides an option for court-ordered treatment intervention when a person's addiction progresses to the point that they are putting their life in imminent danger with substance abuse, or their impairment is placing others in harm's way. Long-term drug use alters the chemistry of brain cells, and these altered cells affects the way the brain processes and sends information, specifically centering around the brain's reward system. This chemical alteration completely disrupts a person's ability to determine the cause and effect outcome of their choices. When they get to this point in addiction, a person becomes incapacitated and is unable to make decisions in their own best interest. Because addiction is progressive and life-threatening, the best hope for survival for a person impaired due to substance abuse may be such an intervention. Studies show that involuntary addiction treatment is just as effective as treatment undergone voluntarily. However, for any treatment to be successful, complete abstinence from all substances for 90 days should be the gold standard. Treatment should include counseling to deal with underlying psychological issues, along with life skills training. A person's brain will heal. It just takes time. The more time spent in treatment, the better chance they have of maintaining long-term sobriety. All of this takes 9 to 12 months at the minimum. The goal is always for the person to be able to re-enter their life as a functioning parent if they have children and a responsible contributor to their community. Kasey's Law requires the addicted person be examined both mentally and physically by qualified health professionals, one of whom must be a physician. The court will determine from those two assessments if the person is indeed incapacitated due to substance abuse and can benefit from treatment. Many people are reluctant to pursue Kasey's Law due to misconceptions concerning the cost, but Kentucky Medicaid will pay for the assessments and 1 month of treatment. Additionally, residents of the 5th Congressional District in Kentucky may qualify for a one-time voucher from Operation Unite. This voucher will be paid directly to the treatment facility. Plus, there are also several free treatment facility options in the state of Kentucky. If you are considering an intervention for your addicted loved one, don't wait, because too often rock bottom is too late. Reach out to your county attorney's office to learn how to go about starting the Kasey's Law process in your county. For additional information concerning Kasey's Law, you may reference their website at www.caseyslaw.org. The website contains a link to a directory of the Kentucky County Attorney offices and links for the forms necessary in the process. Again, The website is www.caseYslaw.org.